We as a church take a portion of our tithing income and support missionaries and missionary endeavors. One of the missionary families that we as a church support is Stephen and Lorraine Stavropoulos, or more lovingly known as the Stavs. They dropped by in Durban and I took the opportunity to meet with them. Stephen is the chief engineer at Transworld Radio in Swaziland, and Lorraine is the DX Letter secretary. Guys, welcome to Durban and to Glenwood Community Church, and thank you for taking the time to meet with us.
It's lovely to be here with you this afternoon.
The two of you have been involved in missions now for quite some time. How did you get involved and how long has it been?
I got involved, I attended GCC Church as I was growing up, and we often had a missions weekend once a year or so, and I was introduced to missions, and I realized there was a need out there. But it wasn't until I was in my second year at university, one evening service, I felt the Lord particularly challenging me to take my engineering training and put it to His service in missions. I realized that, and I knew I would never be a preacher, but I realized that there was technical assistance that could be given. And I'd heard of radio ministry, but it wasn't until after I'd graduated and continued praying about it that the Lord actually directed me towards Transworld Radio in particular, and in Swaziland. I heard there was a shortage of engineers there, and after praying about it, I applied and was accepted to work with the team in Swaziland. And I've been working with Transworld Radio for about 35 years now. 35 years, wow. That's a long, long time. Lorraine, for you, how did you get involved? Well, besides being married to Stephen.
I got challenged to become a Christian at high school, and I was in Worcester at the time, and there was, some of you may know about a man called Richard Wurmbrand who became a martyr, and he was involved with Voice of the Martyrs, and he challenged a lot of teenagers to come and give their lives to Christ, but not only their lives, but to really think about their lives as in becoming a martyr for Christ. And then he said, well, if you want to become a martyr for Christ, maybe you have to just become a missionary.
What does Transworld Radio actually do?
Transworld Radio is an international organization that uses mass media to reach people. We use satellite, we use cell phones, we use internet, streaming, but the main way is still through medium wave and shortwave radio, because it crosses borders, and particularly as the chief engineer in Swaziland, we have 3 shortwave transmitters and a medium wave transmitter, and we're reaching out into Africa, North, South, Central, Southern Africa, in about 30 languages. We even reach up to Pakistan. Once every afternoon we have a short broadcast up to Pakistan.
Wow. Wow. What are the specific prayer needs for yourselves as a family and for Transworld Radio?
For Transworld Radio, we praise the Lord for providing an additional engineer this year, and that's very encouraging and helpful to us on the technical side, but we would appreciate prayer. We need a special person to be the station director to replace the couple that left, so I'd appreciate your prayers for that. As a family, Lorraine and I are looking at retiring possibly in about 5 years' time, and we're looking to the Lord to lead and direct what our retirement should look like, what our last few years with Transworld Radio should look like, and to guide us in terms of and open the doors to perhaps be involved in some projects to leave the chief engineer responsibility to somebody else and be involved in the Africa region in mentoring and helping with shorter term projects.
Okay. Dean just recently, in one of his sermons, said of a missionary in China that he turned down a number of lucrative business offers a number of times in order to remain a missionary. And his final feedback to the company was on the lines of, it is not that your money is too little, but that your job is too small. After 35 years in the field, what would you say to our church members about missions and mission involvement?
Mission involvement has its fun times, it also has its tough times, and you really have to know the Lord's call, because there's times when you, if you weren't called, you'd quit. I'm not saying it's always like that. There's a lot of joy as well in serving the Lord. It's definitely not the job for the money, but it's a wonderful privilege to be able to serve and be involved in building God's kingdom.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you again for meeting, and we hope that you enjoy the rest of your trip.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.